Thanks for logging on to myfoxhurricane.com. Well, we just continue to work our way through the list. We now have Tropical Storm Tammy. We've got two more names left on the list. Will we use up all these names before the hurricane season is done with? Well, that obviously remains to be seen, but there certainly is the possibility that we do just that. Here is now Tropical Storm Tammy. You've got the islands, you've got Barbados in here, you've got the Virgin Islands up in this direction. And compared to yesterday, you can tell we're starting to get this system more organized. You're starting to see some pretty strong convection closer to the center of this. You're seeing some of that outflow. So really all signs that we have this organizing system. It is now a tropical storm. Remember yesterday, this was classified as Invest 94. And as we get that information, exactly the structure of this, the pressure, hurricane reconnaissance planes are now flying in the system. So we get much better information that we can plug into the computer models. And when we get that kind of information, we get much better results from the computer models. And that's why we're starting to get more confidence in exactly what's going to happen with this as we go through the next few days. But right now, winds are at 60 miles an hour. It's moving to the west-northwest at 15 miles an hour. You watch that forecast track. The track really hasn't changed a whole lot. You get those little nudges here and there, just kind of brushing these islands. And then as it turns to the north, we see strengthening. And that's really the big thing that we're seeing with this compared to the last couple of days, where it was looking like we had some stronger wind shear in this area. We are looking at a much more disorganized system. So it was going to struggle. But now that we get a better idea of the structure of this system, we can tell that wind shear is not going to have as much of an effect. We got a better idea of the wind shear that is going on down here. So instead of a system that looks like it'll really struggle, it looks like a system that will be working its way up in intensity as it makes that right-hand turn and eventually heading out over open waters. But obviously down across these islands, they got to watch it very closely because you're talking 60, 70, 80 mile an hour winds as this system is working its way right near there. And that's why there is certainly that threat down in that area. You're still seeing a fairly tight clustering with the models, but notice as time goes on, we're still seeing a little bit of a spread with that, but really the focus is going to be that approach towards the islands and then how much of this system works its way through those islands, because you're obviously dealing with the wind and a lot of heavy rain. So here is the Fox model as we watch this working its way towards these islands as we head into Saturday. You're seeing just a continuation of some strengthening with this system and then just kind of brushing through some of these and then starting to make that turn more towards the north and eventually towards the northeast as we head into next week. So we're still going to continue to plug more information into these models and fine-tune this forecast as we go through the next couple of days. But it does look like at some point we will more than likely be talking about Hurricane Tammy. And we'll keep you updated right here on myfoxhurricane.com.